point in time. I think I heard about it. What was your first short story film you done?
Did I show people?
Yeah, I think you might have. Quite a few people. Not many, but I think I had
the first one, it was called Bills of Color. Did you see that?
I did.
Yeah.
You know where I seen it at?
J-Lo's house. Where?
Seen it at Hamburger. Terrence King. Yep, Andre King and them. Yep, Jackson Square. Years ago, bro.
A lot of people ain't. That was like my first film I shot. When I graduated and came back, I was working at the TV station. I won't say which one because that won't be very nice.
Right.
But they kept overlooking me for a full-time job. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, instead of me becoming like the angry black man and like cussing everybody out and leaving, I was like, I'm gonna take.
Yeah, that's the way you don't want to go out because even though they giving you hell, you gotta figure it out. You still gotta figure out. When you gotta give these limits, you getting these limits, you gotta float. There we go.
And so from the experience, I ended up writing the script, which was Bills of Color, about a racist white lady who, ironically, the lady who played her, I'm still working with her.
That's crazy. Years, decades.
The movie we just shot, I told her and her husband, I was like, y'all come down, we get ready to shoot. That's just how I roll.
Of course. We gonna get to that part too.
But she didn't know me. And it's this black dude. I had to find like this $1 million home and just I got in contact with her. I was calling around different real estate places trying to find a house.
Right.
And she was like, I know a house. She was like, what kind of movie you shooting? I told her about it. And she was like, I think I found your actress too. And I was like, what? Well, I said, well, this is kind of like what's going on.
Divine intervention.
Absolutely. Again, he steps in once again. Like, so my whole life has always been like, but that was cool. And then we shot the movie and went to film festivals and stuff. And then I started doing trap videos.
Right. Because I was going to ask about those too. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get around to those. But please, tell me about film festivals. Because since you start creating film, that's where when you start making films, directing them, shooting them, and then they get choosing to go to such films as a film festival. Like, what would be probably like one of the common ones, like a South by Southwest?
You get South by Southwest. The most prestigious, quote unquote, you get South by Southwest, Tribeca, Cannes, Slam Dance in the UK. It's like their version of Sundance. It's like a handful of them, you know what I'm saying, that people like really clamor for their films to be in. But I mean, look, we're at a time now where that is changing.
Yeah, of course.
That whole model is...
It's kind of going a little bit awry, because you know what I'm saying, you could just blow up off of YouTube at these days.
Absolutely. People like, it's. I think we get ready to enter the age of like the independent storyteller. Like independent filmmaker. So like now, like all these streaming services need content.
Right. So
I mean, who they coming to?
Of course, the young. You know
what I'm saying? So it's like, it's slowly changing. I mean, they still the gatekeepers. Like, you still
But see, that's what I want to explain, because like, we're going to get to that part. Mm-hmm. But tell us about the process of getting selected to even go to one of these film festivals. Well, you have to submit and
you gotta submit. You gotta submit. It's different. Good. Okay. It's different. Different festivals and stuff you submit. Usually it's like big, like they it used to be kind of like you would submit it like to the actual festivals, but now they got like in between people or whatever.
Like A&Rs?
Yeah, kind of like A&Rs, but then like two like just sites. Like you got Film Freeway, different places you can just like submit your film to.
Right.
But you have to be careful with film festivals because like it's like anything else, it's a hustle.
Of course.
Just like music, like
right.
Like you got tons of people that just get their hands out and
they try to make a quick buck off you.
And they hold their festivals.
Yeah.
So it's like you pay for it.
Yeah. They take your content if it's not, you're not properly doing your proper.
Oh, it don't even have to be proper. It's just a lot of stuff is political. Like if you don't know nobody, you might get a shot in the dark.
Right.
It's just
but
like
that's a slim to none thing.
Yeah, slim to none because it's so many people who trying to do this.
Right.
It's like music.
And so, what would you tell somebody? Look in the camera. What would you tell somebody that's trying to do that? That's trying to get selected? Because there's plenty of people out there trying to do it.
Unless you crazy like me.
A renegade.
Dude, a renegade that just don't care. Like, And if it depends on what you're trying to go into it for. If you have a true passion for it, then I say, yeah, go for it. Because you know it's going to be times where you're not going to see no money. If you're going to it for money or for a flip, I say going to Airbnbs, sell cars, clean toilets in the hospital, anything but this. Because it's not what people
easy
think
and
it is.
peachy.
And it's not what people think it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, media, I think, is the only occupation that you could go in where it's like people think something is not it.
Right.
Like, because you're a doctor, you know what that consists of.
Of course.
If you're a dentist, you know what that consists of. If you're a teacher, you know what that consists of. If you own a store or anything,
in this business, I feel like
in this business, you just don't know.
You don't know. Because you got to think, in this business, you're about being judged.
Absolutely. And appearance and how stuff appears.
Of course.
And I'm always conscious of that and trying to always break that down and make people not think a certain kind of way. But it's hard because you're fighting against perception, and that's
exactly.
Tough, and that's tough.
Exactly.
But it's just not what people think it is. You know what I'm saying? It's just not.
And so, what do you tell somebody that's some young want to be actor that has no background experience or anything like that and says, "Hey, I think I got it." And
do a good go into like actor. Okay, if you want to be in front of the camera, you need to get into the whole world of auditions, which that's a beast in itself. Like you need to get you a plain backdrop, and you got.
We're talking about auditions at this time.
Exactly. Yeah. I would say at post COVID, like
that's what we
changed. So it's like
because mostly all auditions
everything's gonna be online, and you self-tape, you record yourself saying the lines, and you send it in, and they might select you, they might not. But I mean, again, you better get used to hearing no a lot. Absolutely. And your chance is as good as anybody, though. You have to look at it like that. Like, even though it's a shot in the dark, I mean, your shot is as good as anybody else's. Because you never know what people are looking for. Like, you might think, like, oh, I ain't got this, I got that, but they might be looking for your personality. They might be looking for your look. They might be looking for... So just be flexible and... As an actor, you can't go in thinking like, well, I'm finna be Denzel. I'm finna be dude from Power. I'm finna be... Because... you really at the whim of whoever's behind the camera. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole different world. But again, rejection is huge in this business. You just have to keep proving yourself. Like,
most definitely.
Even as much as I've done, like every time I do a project, like I'm starting from scratch. It's crazy. Like you have to continue. It's almost like it get harder the more you do it. Because
of course, because you're putting pieces to the puzzle and into this grand scheme of things. So you know,
it's tougher. But you just have to be crazy.
Right. Once again, that renegade in you. You know.
You gotta be. You gotta be.
So now, as you're moving along, and you're going to these film festivals, and you're like, man, well, you know, what was the first film that got selected? No,
it was Velza-Cola.
That
was the first one, the one you saw. It was the first one. Well, I'll tell you how political the game is. So it was in Nashville, the Big Nashville Film Festival or whatever. Went up there with Chris, you know, Quake, Zale.
Yeah.
So he goes because he's in the movie.
Yeah.
He and Atlanta doing great. So he's good.
That's great.
So me and him go up there, and they got me. We look at the schedule. I'm like, bet they got me Saturday at 6:00, right before the big, you know what I'm saying, the big film. So I'm like, we're gonna have a good turnout. We're gonna be able to network with people in the industry. Boom, boom, boom. She's like, yeah. So I was like, let's go print some flyers out. We just gonna go out in the mall and just pass them out all day.
Right. So y'all film hustle.
Man. So he's like, okay, we're going up. We probably print out like 100, 200 flyers, just going out hand to hand to each person we saw in the mall. Come check our movie out. They're like, yeah, we coming. So I was like, bro, this it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this it. I mean, it was like no fair. Like it's prime time. People coming. They gonna like it. They gonna rock with it. You know what I'm saying? Man, so the next morning we woke up, because we did that Friday, we was showing Saturday. We woke up Saturday morning in the hotel. She was like, bro, have you seen this? I was like, what? They sent an email out. They done flipped the whole film festival shooting schedule.
Wait a minute. So they rescheduled everything?
Our stuff.
Ooh.
So somebody paid some bread or whatever. Like, hey, give me.
Let me get this time.
Who the fuck is it? Get him out of here. Like, give me. And they put us Saturday morning at like 10 o'clock. I mean, Sunday morning at 10 o'clock.
By that time, everybody kind of like died out. They watched how to watch the movies, blah.
Sunday morning, like it was me. We went to the thing. It was me and him. That was it.
That's devastating. devastating.
So that was my first, but I'm glad it happened because like that was my first glimpse of like, oh, okay, this is how this shit
Again,
works. Like the perception you think in your head is not the reality.
Of course,
you know what I'm saying? They release all these stories and this rags to riches and beef all this stuff up to bring the attention in and get people to buy into it. But
that's smoke and mirrors behind the veil.
Because you see people get on TV and do this stuff and these directors and stuff, but you don't really know how they got there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you know what they're saying, how they got there.
Yeah, but you don't really
know what happened or what is happening behind the scenes.
Yes, because this industry is very evil, you know?
Man, and just manipulative. Like, it just manipulates you to thinking a certain type of thing, even with your content. Like, you might be in this level and people think you're getting all this money. You could not even be making money.
Exactly.
Or you could be getting a small percentage of...
Yeah, it's a lot of struggling celebrities.
That's the part I don't like about it. It's like that part. The smoke and mirrors, just say it. Just say whatever it's going to be so I can say no or I can...
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you know it don't work
exactly,
like that.
Exactly.
I'll get back to you when I can. Let's do lunch.
Retard. Your people get with my people and go back and forth with emails when they already know what they want. It's just, it's unnecessary. I look at it, you know. So and I don't like playing by the rules.
So what do you think about the new young black Hollywood that's coming? Because there is a new black young Hollywood renaissance.
It is. I think it's just two sides of it. I think it's the industry side, which is still, again, trying to keep the control of it.
That's that BC kind of...
Just anything industry, because everybody's owned by the same two or three companies. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just the industry. And then you have like people